Welcome everyone to the beginning of our first campaign playthrough on Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Now, this is a very early version of the campaign. A lot of the features don't even work yet. It's a primitive, kind of slimmed down first look at what the campaign looks like, and right now only 1890 available as a starting year. Once we win a campaign on a starting year, we get the new starting year, so 1900, 1910, which are the only ones that are available right now. I believe the campaign runs for 10 years, so basically you just have to be winning at the end of that 10 years. We'll do difficulty normal, we'll do an AI opponent of random, and we'll go ahead, I think, and create... we'll do auto-generated fleet to start, and then we'll just kind of take it from there. So, things like submarines are not available yet. Moving ships from one port to another is not available yet. The technology is kind of advanced, like it grows a little faster than it otherwise might. And there's no diplomatic features. So we are constantly at a state of war to start. So this is not at all what the campaign's going to look like in the final version of the game. But it does give us a chance to have at least a playable campaign. So it looks like we start with 6 battleships, 15 heavy cruisers, 20 light cruisers, 23 torpedo boats. So definitely a distinct advantage over the Germans in terms of numbers. So let's go ahead and look at research. You get 3 free priorities, which allow you to advance that particular research a little faster. And I'm going to go ahead and just look at the areas where we can get the quickest upgrades in research. So, for example, right now, 28 months to get our next big gun research, but if we focus on that, it gets it down to 13. WIP, these are work in progress, which I don't think any of the submarine stuff is happening quite yet, so we're not even going to worry about that. And boilers, we can get that down to 16 months. So finances, I do want to invest heavily in tech, so we're going to do that to start. We'll go a little bit up on transport capacity. I do want to start upgrading my shipyard size, so we're going to add I say we'll add about 1,000 tons. It'll take 12 months and it'll cost $10 million to do that. It does give us a nice monthly balance that we have available to us, so we're going to work on crew training for that for now, because I'm very quickly going to run out of crew if I expand my fleet too much. All right, so I think we'll go with that. Let's take a look at the fleet for a second. The only main difference between fleet in being and fleet in sea control is the availability of those to show up more in missions. The missions are kind of randomly generated right now based on the information that the game has, based on where your ships are, how many ships you have, what their role is, things like that. Eventually that'll have a lot more to do with where you have them stationed. We do have home ports for all of these ships though. And you can see the main difference in being versus sea control is how much it costs you. So I'm going to try to put as many of these battleships in sea control as I can. It's going to cost more in the budget, but that's okay. All right. So we'll go ahead and advance, and we'll see if we get ourselves a mission. Some of these missions are unavoidable. You have to fight them. Other ones you actually kind of have a choice. So here's a convoy mission. That's a big one right off the bat. We've got 4 cruisers on their side, 4 on our side, plus the transports. What about the battle? This is a one-on-one battleship duel. I like it. Let's do it. So here's a chance right off the bat to take down one of his battleships. Now, the 1890 technology is frustratingly slow in terms of taking on enemy ships. We do have torpedoes on the ocean. So let's go ahead and go to the fastest speed available to us. Enemy smoke's coming from the southeast, so he's over this way somewhere. You got to be within a kilometer to launch your torpedoes with the early tech that we have. Well, this occasionally happens, especially with the early tech. You just chase the guy around for a while and never find him. And that's what happened here. We just never were able to catch up to him. He was not heading toward us. for a showdown. However, this convoy battle, this is going to be an important one. This is 4 heavy cruisers for him, and you can see he's got 11, so this is fully a third of his heavy cruisers, and we also have to protect these transports. So this is going to be a good chance to have a nice battle to start, and occasionally you'll get these massive fleet battles that'll generate. I was playing through a little bit last night and had one happen, I think, about 2 years into the game. So it was pretty cool. So we can't control the transports. Those are AI. We just want to be careful and make sure that those things do not get taken out, because that's major points. Those transports affect your economy in a big way. All right, same deal. He was not interested in a fight. Now, they say that in the game, especially once we have all the nations that will be available in the campaigns, the different nations will behave differently, and I would expect that the Germans, who are building up this massive fleet but don't want to lose it, are going to probably behave that way, where they're going to tend to run away wherever possible. This one's interesting. This is us on a convoy raid, and we don't have a choice on this one. Some of these battles you have to fight no matter what. This time he's got a torpedo boat, a light cruiser, and a heavy cruiser, and we've got 4 light cruisers. So this is going to be interesting. We want to try and take out those transports if we can. Okay. So hopefully he actually decides to engage us this time. I think hopefully we should have the speed to be able to do that. Man, holy cow. We're really spread out here. That's going to make things rather interesting. I do want to get a tight formation, though. And then we have the torpedo boat kind of doing its own thing. All right, we're definitely going to have combat this time. I do not like the fact that we're spread out the way that we are. It's going to take quite a while for us to get these other 2 light cruisers into position. Let's see what we're facing right here. Is this one of the transports? Nope, that is his heavy cruiser. Okay. We got to get in super close to be able to use the torpedoes, so not feeling real confident about that right now. Definitely don't feel real great about my 7-inch guns being able to take on a heavy cruiser. What do we got here? There's a light cruiser. Only have 4 torpedoes. And somewhere back there are the transports, which is what we really want. Let me take a look and see how we're doing with the other squadron. All right, we're going to have to, I think, turn them a little bit here. Oh, we just took a big hit from a 6-inch gun. I want to be super careful with my torpedoes and only launch them when I absolutely am ready to, because they will launch them. Even if you put it on safe, they'll launch them at such angles that it's really easy for the enemy to take a quick turn and get away from them. What's his max speed? 18.4. We can go 18.9, so not a huge difference, really. Oh, there's another hit. Alright, let's see what we're dealing with here. It's a torpedo boat, I think. We don't have destroyers yet. Oh, Undaunted, what happened? Oh, big 6-inch hit. Main belt penetration, 230 damage. And now they're going to drop in line. Man, not a good start. And these guys are so far out there as to be completely worthless to me. What's the torpedo boat doing? I gave him a AI order and he's being completely worthless to me, so I guess we just got to control it ourselves. Undaunted. Come on, buddy. We might be better off just to get out of here. I probably should have just gone back. Oh, we got a nice hit there. Gone back and tried to group up with everybody before we went in to try and fight. But I was afraid they would get away. Where's that torpedo boat? There's another hit. All right. All right, we're going to detach Undaunted and get them the heck out of here. Better to save the crew and have a heavily damaged ship in need of repair than have a sinking. In the meantime, we're pursuing from there. We've got the Thrasher coming in from this way. And then we've got these guys way the heck out here. Let's turn them this way. I would love to get a nice hit and sink this guy. Oh, and he just got one on me. This might not be a winnable situation, honestly. Oh, there's a flash fire. We're going to lose the Iphigenia. Iphigenia? Brutal. Alright. This is not a winnable fight. Let's get out of here. We're going to lose that ship, though, regardless. Pump that water, baby. Pump that water. There, she's done. She just took another hit. Wow. Alright. Not a good start. Alright. We lost 272 crew members. Rough start for us on that one. That's okay, though. Got a long way to go. We'll get some technology going. We'll get some better ships going. Crew, obviously, crew training is going to be huge. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and max that out for now. Emergency wooden plug. So 5% to ship repairs. In technology now, we lost 2 transports. That's bad. What's this particular battle? We've got a cruiser versus cruiser battle. This looks pretty good for us here. It's a transport battle again, but we've got a heavy cruiser, 2 light cruisers against a light cruiser and a torpedo boat. I like that odds. Let's see what happens, though. Hopefully he doesn't just run away from me again. Anytime we've got a good chance, he seems to like to run away. Well, once again, he ran away. Anytime I've got any kind of an advantage whatsoever, that's what he does. He runs and leaves us in a situation where we don't get to take him on. So let's see if we have any better luck in this one-on-one protected cruiser battle. Hopefully, occasionally you get battles where they spawn kind of pretty much right on top of each other. And then battle's just completely unavoidable. And eventually, if we get some technology going, we can get our speed up. We'll get in a position where he won't be able to run away from these battles. Well, once again, he ran away. All right, so we just continue to move on. We currently have an active fleet of 64 ships. We're building 9 ships. 2 battleships, 3 heavy cruisers, 3 light cruisers, and a torpedo boat. Those were all things that were queued up before we even started. So research-wise, we're 5 months away from bonus to research in boilers. Big guns, 5 months away. Looks like Mark 1 13-inch guns are what we're going to have next. We did get the emergency wooden plug, so what else can we research now? How about special machinery? All right, let's do that. 2 more transports lost. Let's take a look at finances for a second. We're at 97%. We want that number to be over 100, so we're going to invest a little bit more in transport capacity. We do have another convoy mission available to us. Heavy cruiser on both sides, torpedo boat. I think I'm going to avoid that one for now. German Empire lost 5 transport ships that time. That a lot of the randomness with the transport ship things has a lot to do with how many ships you have out and about in the seas. And the greater your advantage in tonnage out on the seas, the better chance you've got, it seems, to take down his transports. All right, we're 3 months away from our big guns, 3 months away from boilers. That'll probably be when we start, when we design our next new ships to reflect those changes in technology. 3 heavy cruisers against a heavy cruiser, 2 light cruisers, and 10 transports. This is a battle I would very much like to be able to fight and win. Taking out 10 transports would be enormous for the war effort. It all depends on whether or not we can catch him, though. That always seems to be the trouble here. Oh, this time we aren't going to have that trouble. We caught him by surprise. I'm going to go into a tight formation. It helps with our accuracy. And these are the transports that we're going to see right off the bat. So he's going to have to come at me with his warships, because we're going to be lighting up transports galore in the meantime. Let's switch over to high explosives. It's a turkey shoot, boys. I'm going to save my torpedoes for now. We're going to turn and come right up alongside these things as best we can. Yeah, buddy, light them up. Transport. There's 10 transports. He does not appear to be anywhere near us with his warships. At least not yet. You know they're coming, though. These transports do have a little bit of defense. They've got 3-inch guns. And with the accuracy of these early weapons, it's going to take a little bit of time to sink them. Once we get in closer, it'll get a little easier. I'm just keeping my eyes peeled for his light cruisers. I'm going to head right into the middle of these guys. Yeah, baby. This is like one of those missions you get in the Naval Academy where you just get to try and sink as many transports as you can fast. Thankfully, we finally got a good mission for us where he wasn't in a position to run away. That's also a transport. I have not seen his cruisers. They got to be out there somewhere. They must be on the other end of the transports. Or they're running away like chickens and they're going to let me sink all these things. So let's use our big guns on one side and then our secondaries to try and shoot at this other one. These are all transports. This is going to be huge for the war effort. I mean, I guess I could use the torpedoes and get some quick kills. Torpedoes are shift. Okay, let's do that. We're in range. I would think from here we can't miss. But I guess we'll see. Let's see what happens with the Deutschland. Come on, baby. No, 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 no. Hit him. Alright, we got him. Nice. This one's on fire big time. Did we sink it? No, not yet. I love the look of those fires. That just, I don't know why. I find a lot of satisfaction in that. Alright, torpedoes back off for now. Still no sign of the enemy escorts. That's crazy to me. They're running like chickens. They've got to be. These two are on fire and in bad shape. Yeah, we'll just go this way. Not a sign anywhere of his escorts. That's crazy. There's a flash fire that just happened on the Deutschland. That's the one that got hit by the torpedo. That's going to finish them off. The Hessen's down. The Koln's next. How about a torpedo? I don't know if we have one available yet. There it is. We did have one available. Bye-bye. Can't miss from that distance. Instant sink. Wow, this is beautiful. And kind of sad a little bit for the Germans that they're not protecting their transports. Oh, look, at long last, he's coming in to defend the transports. Alright. Now our focus changes. Because these warships become the priority. We've done a nice job on the transports. Excuse me, haven't quite finished off that last one yet. In fact, I think what I might do here is detach the Niobe to finish off the transports, and then send the other 2 heavy cruisers to go deal with his warships. Just got to be careful of the torpedoes, because that could even the odds in a hurry. Alright, there goes the Deutschland. I'm going to come straight at him. We've got 7-inch guns and plenty of ammo. Colton's about to be done. Alright, let's be careful. We're almost in torpedo range. And if we're in torpedo range for us, then we're in torpedo range for him. And he's got 6 of them. I want to keep an eye out, because if he does launch those things, I want to be able to quickly turn. In the meantime, I'm going to have mine ready to go. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and get myself already into a quick right turn arc, because I'm expecting him to launch torpedoes anytime now. This way we're already turning when they hit the water. Dang. Come on, let's get a little accuracy here, guys. Our torpedo's in the water. And I think it's going to be a hit. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, right in the middle. Beautiful. He didn't launch his. That's interesting. Alright, the Colton's down. I'm going to go ahead and start turning Niobe back toward the fleet. Alright, we'll just get Lancaster going this way. A couple more transports over there. Oh, we just got a big ammo detonation on the Palau. Bye-bye. Beautiful. Alright, we need to take out the big boy, the heavy cruiser. We got a bunch of transports, we got a light cruiser, but we cannot leave this battle without taking him out. I want to target him with everything I got. We got to be careful here, because ammo detonation could quickly turn the balance of power in this engagement. So we're going to send the Niobe this way toward where he's going to be while we chase him with these two. Lancaster's out of torpedoes. Cornwall's got 4 still. Alright, we're going to switch over on Niobe and start firing on the cruiser. Oh, you know what? Maybe we can at least fire the secondaries on Wiesbaden for now. And our mains are going to keep firing on the heavy cruiser, but we need to turn so we can get the rear guns firing too. The Vidder. Oh, he's got a Niobe also. Isn't that interesting? Both sides. Now it's a race. 17.7 knots is my speed. What can his do? 17.6. So we need to try and slow him down somehow. Get some damage on one of his engines. Oh, Niobe took a hit. Hold on, let's slow down for a second. What happened here? We've actually taken quite a few hits. The front end is flooding a little bit. Come on, baby. Let's catch up to this guy. Alright, he's got some engine damage now. That slowed him down to 15 knots. Another one of his transports sank. It says question mark because we're not in range to be able to see it, but that's the only other ships there are besides these two as transports. Alright, the Vidder's down to... Oh, he's back up to 16 knots. He got his engine repaired, but we are almost in torpedo range. I don't want to fire the torpedo too early, but I also realize that even just firing a torpedo is going to cause him to maneuver, which is enough to help us catch up even faster. But I want the first torpedo to count. I also got to be careful because he could get a big hit on me and slow me down and throw off the whole process. Alright, we're getting there. I don't like the angle though. Early on when the guns are so incredibly inaccurate, being able to close to torpedo range and get a nice torpedo hit is kind of the way to go. And I think if I were to build my own custom fleet to start, I would build with that in mind. Load them up with more torpedoes and just heavy armor and allow myself to get in close because the guns are just so badly inaccurate. Alright, we caused some more damage on him now. We're going to slow him way down. I still don't like the torpedo odds from here though. But you know what? Let's do it. We've got one on the front. So if we turn straight at him, we should be able to fire that front torpedo tube. No, I don't like the damage we're taking from Niobe here. Alright, there goes the front tube. We'll see if he's able to flip his bow around enough to be able to avoid this. I'm not sure he is. I don't think he can avoid this. Oh, it might miss behind him. That was a bad angle. That's going to be super close. Come on, baby. Hit him. Got him right in the rudder, too. It's not going to cause enough flooding to sink the ship. But we ought to be able to finish him pretty soon. If we can turn sideways and get Niobe to... Oh man, I really do not want to lose a heavy cruiser. There we go. Hopefully this one hits him a little further up and causes flooding in a place where there isn't currently flooding. We don't want to hit the exact same spot, which is kind of what's going to happen here. Alright, we got more... Alright, he's done. That's flooding across every compartment except for one. There we go. Alright, now we got to take on his Niobe. Now he's going to be a little faster. Now he's only 14.7 knots. Alright, we're watching the fireball of death that is his final ship. Well, final ship except for a transport that's running away. In fact, maybe what we'll do is we'll send our Niobe to go after that last transport. While we come in with these other two heavy cruisers. We have taken some significant damage on two of our cruisers. So we're going to have some money that's going to have to be poured into repairs. Oh boy. Was not thinking about the fact that that guy's got torpedoes. Thankfully we were able to dodge that one with little trouble. There, we got him. And we got a flash fire on the last transport, which means we sank everything. Enormous. Look at that. 61 crew losses. We sank 12 enemy ships. 1,488 victory points versus just 7 for him. That's a good day's work right there. And that certainly helps. That gives us an advantage now in victory points. It's certainly going to give us an advantage in the available warships that are out there. He's down to just 10 available protected cruisers. So we've got more of everything at the moment. In 2 months, we're going to get that improvement to lighter boilers. We're also going to get our 13-inch guns, Mark 1. We will definitely build some new ships. Looking at our fleet, this is 1900 is the year that we're in right now, right? July of 1890, I'm sorry. So our oldest ships are only 1885, so they're not really all that obsolete so far. In fact, we're still building an 1885 tech battleship that we haven't even gotten into service yet. But eventually down the road, we're going to, for cost reasons, but also for the reasons of limits on crew, we're going to start scrapping some of the obsolete ships in favor of newer ones. Okay, this is a battle we can't avoid, and this will be our last battle for this first episode. As we enter hostile waters, enemy ships block our path. North Sea, August 1890. Our battleship Montagu and the light cruiser Bonaventure and a torpedo boat called the Decoy, I like that, up against a battleship and a torpedo boat. All right, let's do it. Let's hope we get right into action on this one. And we don't have. We're gonna have to chase him. All right, so we might not even get to fight this. Depends on whether or not we're able to track him down. I do have a light cruiser, which might help with that whole tracking down process. All right, unfortunately, he did not want to come out and play. Not real surprised by that. Another convoy mission here. Let's take a look. Battleship and 3 heavy cruisers against a heavy cruiser, a light cruiser, and 5 transports. That would be fun. Could always auto-resolve these battles, too. If I run into a situation where I'm continually not being able to hunt him down. But you always run the risk of losing something you don't want to lose when that happens. Well, I was sure this was going to be another one of those missions where I never spotted the enemy, but lo and behold, after pursuing for quite a while, we spotted a transport. And if we can spot a transport and we can sink a transport, we can draw out the warships. So it's going to be, again, those same 3 heavy cruisers that we had before, the Niobe, the Cornwall, the Lancaster. And they are repaired and ready to go. But this time we have a battleship too. No, we're not going to end battle. It's just getting good. So we're going to converge on this transport. The Ocean's got 9-inch guns. And 4 torpedoes. Let's make sure we're using high explosive shells. Same for these guys. At least while we're firing on the transports. Another transport. One good 9-inch high explosive shell might be enough to tear one of these things up. Although they're 7,500 ton ships. So maybe not. I'm going to slow down to get a little more accuracy. We got very rough sea waves. That's what's hurting us right now. It's a 72% reduction in accuracy. But now that we're slowing down, you can see that own cruise speed bonus going up. But still, 0.5% is our accuracy right now. These waves are not helping. So we're going to have to get in super close, I guess. Maybe use torpedoes. There's a hit, finally. Alright, we're starting to get some damage on this first one. I sped back up to 17 knots just so I can get in close. Once I get in close, I'll slow down again. Trying to improve my accuracy. I am a little bit concerned here about crossfire, since we're coming up on both sides of them. So we're going to get our heavy cruisers firing on the more distant targets, so they're not firing across at us. And I do see some fire coming in from over here, so I think one of his warships may be over there somewhere. Torpedo in the water. Not a real good chance of success, I would think, from this angle. Yeah, there's definitely fire coming in from over here. I just don't see who it is. We might get him. We're going to get him right in the rudder. Beautiful. Alright, let's go ahead and start turning over this way. See if we can't find where that fire's coming from. And there's a torpedo in the water on this one. Beautiful. Crown Prince is going down. I'm watching for the fire. I don't see it coming in now. It definitely was before. Could have been another transport. Alright, there's one of the light cruisers. Let's get after him. Magdeburg's about to be done. Let's go ahead and turn the Ocean this way. And there's another one. Oh, that's another transport. Gotta be careful, this guy's got 6 torpedoes on board. Try to come in and close to my torpedo range if I can. Okay, we're almost there. I'm turning my torpedoes off for now until I get a little closer. We also got to be careful he doesn't fire his. Although I'm at a good angle to be able to avoid it if that happens. Alright, let's take our chances. Alright, we don't want to get in right behind him to where he can fire it if he's got a rear torpedo tube on him. I also got to be careful of crossfire for my battleship now. Alright, we're going to get the... Oh, there it is. That's going to be a hit. Oh, it's going to be super close. Oh, wow. That was really close. I'm going to send the battleship after the last two transports so we're not getting any crossfire. Concerned about friendly fire there. We're landing some hits, but we can't seem to get the right angle for a torpedo. Now he's going to put smoke into play here, make it a little harder for us. Make sure we're on HE. We should already, when it's doing automatic, it should choose the right stuff, but you never know. Gotta be careful, he's getting ready to reload that torpedo tube. Alright, we got a torpedo in the water. I don't know how much I like my chances from that distance and that angle. But his is ready to fire too, so let's be careful here. Oh, we got a hit. Beautiful. I would like to finish off these two transports, but I don't know that it's going to matter that much. 363 victory points. We sank a light cruiser. He had a heavy cruiser out there that we didn't see. All right, well, that's okay. 630 more losses for him, so we'll take it. I got to remember what I'm facing for the future, because I could have hunted down that heavy cruiser. But here's the situation now. We're looking good so far. We're almost a year into our 10-year mission. Research-wise, one more month, we're going to get new boilers and 13-inch guns. But let me know your thoughts. Use the comment section below, and we'll be back in a couple of days with part 2 of this campaign. Thanks for watching.